Ugh. What's going on, Ryan? What's going on, Boner? Just doing a 30-minute break here. I'm not doing ingots today. They ran short of ingots and they ran short of work. So they've got me just doing a little jaunt just out to mid-Michigan, out to the middle of Michigan. Just pulling some reels. Good morning, Camille. 4 hours from home. We'll get it done, son. Get it in there. Keep them barn doors open, baby. He's coming in hot. Western Star. Good to see you, brother. Long time. Been a minute, man. Where you been? Hopefully you've been busy working. Chaos. Hey, hey. How are you, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Chaos, I'm hit and miss with you, bro. I'm hit and miss with you. I sometimes get your notifications and sometimes I don't. And I've tried to subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe. I don't know what the hell to do with in regards to you. And there's a couple others, Dodalina, Humberto, the big orange pumpkin. I don't, I can't just keep subscribing, unsubscribing, blah, 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 blah. It's driving me fucking crazy. It really is. Harold stepped in a fire ant hill while taking a shit this morning. Well, I guarantee you better him than you, buddy. Better him than you. I don't think you want to be stepping in a fire ant hill. Not while you're doing a squat. Not while you're squatting a deuce, dude. Plays on the freeway. Hey, hey, hey. How's that beard coming back, boy? Mine's coming. It's getting there. I wish I could just throw some instant grow on it, but whatever. It's getting there. It'll be good for next year. Speaking of which, we might have something even bigger going next year. Let me tell you, we got approached by some bigger ideas and some bigger people for next year. So Freeway, keep that beard. Whatever the God's sake you do, don't. Sterling, start growing yours now. I don't care how much people hate it or how much you hate it. Grow it. Grow it. I hit the like only when Brian says I love you. Oh, that's a tough one. Do I take the like? Do I lie my ass off and tell him I love him? I don't know, man. I don't know. There's 30 people, only 3 likes. I haven't been telling people I love them enough. Okay, I love you, Sterling. With all my heart, unconditionally. I love you, Sterling. Oh, that was tough. That was a tough one. I gotta tell ya. So, Camille, I got the email from you. I saw it, although I didn't respond because I was driving. So Dar responded. I appreciate what you did, sir. Thank you very much, young man. I appreciate the fact that even when I'm not around, and I'm busy doing other things, that there are people out there like you that have my back, and and I want you to know, Camille, I appreciate it very, very much. I truly, truly do, my friend. And it's something that, I went back in Ernie's live, and I did see what he wrote. He wrote a couple things, and I was able to get them and see what he wrote. And just know, Camille, I want to thank you. Okay, so that's my thanks to you, brother. Now, on the other hand, I know that none of you saw that. None of you saw it, or more than likely, none of you saw it. Joshua, Dennis How are you, man? Good to see you. 412. Oh shit, wheel burner. The only Canadian driver I support. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Although I'm not the only Canadian driver out here doing this, I appreciate the support. Appreciate the love. There was something that was said that he said on the live, and he wrote it out in big capital letters. And his words were, Brian Brown, that's me, aka Wheelburner, me, lies to you about being shut down on the live stream. He said the insurance company shut him down. That's a lie. I called his boss, and it was me. And that part is true. It was him. He did call. He did call the office. He did speak to management. The phone call was recorded. I'm waiting for it. It's coming to me. But that's not what shut me down. He did talk to management. It went as far up to the owner. I won't mention the owner's name. The owner listened and took action, weighed all of his options, and then contacted the insurance company, contacted his safety department. He did. He did his due diligence. And then on recommendation from the insurance company says they're going to consider that distracted driving. And if I continued doing it, that they would pull the coverage off my truck. And that is, did I tell you guys that part? No, there was no need to. Really, there's no reason to go into detail of that. That I was working on from behind the scenes, trying to find out who ratted or what was done. But now that it's out, I don't give a rat's ass if it's out or not. So the owner of the company, he did shut me down. And I told you that already. The owner called me directly, shut me down, said, you can't do this no more. The insurance company's going to pull the coverage. So there you go. Jason Rules. He's going under the name Anderson Haulage. Why he's doing that is beyond me. But whatever. If that's what he wants to do, he's entitled to do whatever the hell he wants. I don't give a shit one way or the other. But he's out there, and he's still smearing us, and he's still, for some reason, and whatever. I'm taking additional steps. I can't do anything legally. There's nothing legally I can do to this guy. So I'm just going to find out who he is. I don't have to deal with him legally. Let me tell you that. But once I have the recorded conversation, I have a very strong suspicion that I know who this individual is. It's somebody that I know, and I'm kind of hoping and I'm thinking that when I hear the voice, I'll know who it is. So with that, that's just all I wanted to say about that. Really, it bothered me. It bothered me to the point that, you can call me a liar. You can call me whatever you want. There's nothing that I say on here that I can't back up in black and white, or I can't back up with 100% certainty. Do I occasionally say something and it might be wrong? Sure. I'm not right all of the time when I'm talking about certain topics or subjects. And if I'm wrong about something and it's pointed out to me, absolutely. Call me on it. If I say something that's incorrect. But if you're going to call me a liar, come at me with it. That's just the way I feel about it. If you're going to call me a liar, if you want to say that I'm a lying piece of shit or whatever you want to say, call me on it. That's fine. But come at me with it. Bring it to me. Bring it to me. Like I said, I have nothing to hide. I have nothing that I'm ashamed of. I have, there's elements of my life that are not on YouTube that I don't bring to the YouTube world, and that's because there's certain parts as a content creator. There's certain parts of my life that, I keep private, like my family and whatnot, and certain things like that. But anything that I put out here, any content that I put out here, that I'm putting my face out here to, and I'm talking on, go ahead and call me on it. Go ahead. So Jason Rules or Anderson Hollage, keep doing what you're doing. You can't get at us on this channel because we blocked 29 channels of yours. And you can just create another one and come on back in, I guess. But keep doing what you're doing. Now he's going to other channels that I go to. I know that Sterling's had to tune him in and straighten him out, and I think Sterling's got him blocked. Shannon's got him. A bunch of channels that other people that I associate with have got my back, and they've got him blocked. So now he's just going out and about, causing bullshit and problems. So, Kumail, again, thank you. I wasn't there. Taking care of business, boy, I appreciate that. That's really all I wanted to say on that. I'm not going to drag out on this. It's just that, what he said was only half correct. We didn't know for sure that he called. I knew that somebody called, and I'm waiting on the recording. He now has admitted that it was him. That's fine. That's great. Whatever. And we'll just take it from there. Anyway, like I said, this is just gonna be a short one. I'm banging off a 30-minute break. I'm about 5 minutes from the border here, crossing into Michigan. It's just a joke, man. We have to give you a hard time. We all know his wheel burner has been around a long time, and he knows his shit, and he's professional. I found him through that one. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, brother. I really do. Thank you for loving me. Unsubscribe and dislike. Oh, I can't do that. We love no matter how many people like him stop us. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You know what? I appreciate that, Kumail. I love how Jason Rules talks about Tolga and Camille and their jobs, except that this man clearly has no life when he's stalking us and everybody else on YouTube. You got it. You're talking here. Yeah, I know you're in the car driving. At the end of the day, you know what? At the end of the day, let the haters hate. Believe me, man. Don't lose any sleep over it. You don't like what I'm doing. You don't like who I am. You don't like what I'm saying. You don't like my face. You don't like the fact I smoke cigars. You don't like the fact I'm married to a beautiful woman. I got great kids. You don't like that. If you don't like it, swipe. Swipe on. Leave your comment. Tell me I'm a dick. Carry on. But don't let it don't lose any sleep over. Believe me, I don't lose sleep over this. What people think of me or how they think of me is not really that important. You like that one? This is a reproduction. This isn't an original. Ali is touching himself right now. Well, dude, if that's what gets you through the day, then knock yourself out. Use your left hand. If you're right-handed, use your left hand. I'm telling you. There's weird people out here to me it's the middle of the day, right? I've been working since 2:30, so to me it's the middle of the day. But there's some weird people out here in the middle of the day. You guys are, I think some of my one of my stalkers is creepy. I was going to say something, but I just brain engaged before my mouth could go off, so I won't say it. Hi, bro. I'm from Indonesia. Man, that's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you for being here. You made my day, dude. You're awesome, man. Thanks. I'm almost done. Hey, knock yourself out. Why stop at one? Greetings from Mongolia. Atta boy. Atta boy. Bring it on in here. You got a day's work in before I got out of bed. Well, I'm not done yet. I've still got, what do I got here? I got 181 miles to go. I'm going to be delivering today. I left the yard this morning in Brockville, so I'm trying to leave there and get it kicked off by about 1:30 this afternoon. They do not, as it sits right now, they do not have a reload, so I'll probably just be turning and burning once these are off. Right? Once this load is off, I'm pulling a flat. I didn't have to be tarped, nothing like that, and I don't have a Conestoga like I usually do, so it's just I got 6 chains to pull off. Once the chains are off and the freight's off the deck, I'm out of here, and hopefully I'll just be turning and burning. I might make it back probably about as far back as where I'm at right now. Excuse me. Where am I? I'm in Wyoming. Ontario, Canada, not Wyoming, like your Wyoming, but Ontario, Wyoming. I'm at a little Flying J here. What's going on there, big boy Rick? Good to see you. I saw that you hooked up with the Pumpkin Boy. That's awesome, man. That is really awesome. That is really awesome. Rick, I just ran through your neck of the woods, man. I'll be running back down there some point tomorrow if you're around. I'll buy you some lunch, buy you some breakfast, whatever you're doing if you're around. We could see the smoke coming from your ears. I was thinking I was working pretty hard to shut my mouth, to keep my mouth shut. You could tell. Greetings from India, attaboy. Uranium soup. Hey, dude, hope you're having a great day. You know what? So far, so good. Jennifer, hello. How are you, Jennifer Zoller? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Everybody hit the like button for me, would you? Just once. Stroke it, lick it, poke it, caress it. Whatever you guys do to like buttons these days. Venom, English or Spanish? I love the Spanish language, although I can't speak a word of it. To me, it's the sexiest language in the world. It is. It is just a sexy, sexy language. I love Spanish, but I can't speak it. So I speak English, but I love Spanish. You won't believe what I just paid for fuel, too. You will not believe what I just paid for fuel. I just paid to convert it to gallons, because of course it was in liters. So it was $1.61 a liter, which I don't have a calculator handy, but that's going to be north of $5 a gallon. Now I'm going to get a discount on that. I don't get it at the pump. I get it because of my card that I use. So on my statement there'll be a discount, but still, it's still north of $5 a gallon for fuel. Holy crap, man. It's insane. Fuel in Canada is absolutely off the hook ridiculous, man. And they know it. But there's nothing you can do about it, right? There's absolutely nothing you can do about it, because the bottom line is they know you got to have it. This thing doesn't run on air and farts, right? It runs on fuel. And they know you got to have it, so they can charge pretty much on whatever they want, and you know you're going to pay it. Ricky Crawford, good morning. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in, man. I'm just doing my 30-minute break. I'm going to finish this cigar. I've got about 12 minutes left to go, and then I'm going to hit the road. Like I said, was able to get my delivery appointment moved from 8 a.m. tomorrow morning to 1:30 this afternoon. So I'd really like to get this kicked off. It also gives the office a little more time, because if they don't get it kicked off, I can stay on the other side of the border for the night if I choose to, and give them a better chance of finding me a reload home. So Sterling is, I like to sit on both hands until they get numb, then jack off. I call it a rookie. I call it the stranger, right? I call it the stranger. You call it the rookie, whatever. Yeah, Dara's rolling her eyes at you, Sterling. Why she's rolling her eyes at you when she's married to me, for Christ's sake? I say a lot worse than that. How is the diet going? Well, you know what, Aladdin, it's not so much the diet. I've adjusted my diet, some of the foods that I'm eating, but it's not the diet that's I'm not on a diet. I'm not dieting. What I'm doing is I'm doing exercise. I'm light physical workout, body impact exercise. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm noticing a difference. I'm noticing, obviously, because I've got muscles that are hurting and aching, right? Because they're getting worked out. And I'm not all that crazy. I'll be honest with you, I'm not that crazy about the working out part. Although the stuff that I'm doing is not high impact. I'm not pounding weights. I'm not doing high weight, low rep stuff. I'm doing very much what Thor had put in place of, do what you're doing, but do it to failure. So do as many reps as you can until you fail, till you can't do anymore. And then move on to the next, move on to the next, move on to the next, take a quick break, and then do it again through 3 sets. So I am sore. My shoulders are sore. My arms are sore. Although I'm really surprised. My back isn't sore. Well, it is sore, but it's not as sore as it usually is. I'm doing okay with it. I can't tell. When I left the house on Sunday, I weighed 218 pounds. I weighed 217 pounds, 217.9 pounds. So let's say 218 pounds. So 218, and I'll weigh myself back in when I get home on Friday or Saturday morning. Maybe Saturday morning. Woo! Sorry, Houdini is here. I've finally made a live. Well, dude, it's not going to be a long one. It's just going to be a short one. There's Patrick. Good to see you, bro. I just saw you. Where did I just see you? I just saw you over in Zeus. Trucker Zeus. I love that guy. I love that guy. Especially when he says nice things about me. Some people on one channel are trashing me, and you go over to Zeus and somebody's saying something nice about you. Kind of liking that. I got questions. Hey, man, fire away. If you got questions, knock yourself out. Dar saying hi to Houdini. Sterling's Ryan, play it alone, please. This is day 10 off of cigarettes. Oh, man, how do you feel? How do you feel? I bet you've already lost that morning cough, eh? That hack. I bet you that's already gone. Good for you, 2-4. Keep it up, brother. Keep it up. It's getting easier. Yeah. Keep yourself busy as well, eh? Keep yourself busy as well. Once you lose track, it goes a lot easier. That's absolutely true. Stop counting. And I guess in the beginning, it's kind of important, right? Day 1, day 5, up to day 10. But after a while, just stop counting. It will be less and less important, because the things you used to do is, instead of smoking, you're going to be doing other things. They will then become more important. So, yeah, stop counting. Saying hi to Tolga. Metallica is the best band ever. Saw them live twice. I've seen them live twice as well. They're I would say they're in my top 5. Todd, they're in my top 5 for sure. Maiden, if we're doing metal, Maiden, Metallica, Ozzy, Sabbath. A lot of people don't consider Black Sabbath like heavy metal. I do. Slayer, uh, GNR, early GNR. That's probably my top five, top 5 or 6. It's tough because of the generation, the age where I grew up. There was a lot of good metal bands back in the 80s. When Metallica finally broke and did really well, they blew the doors off everybody else at that time. So yeah, I'm agreeing with you. Yeah, early GNR. After they went commercial, they said Metallica did the same thing with the Black Album. To a degree, I kind of agree with it. But it was also their biggest album commercially, like dollars and cents wise. But they've also put out a couple albums after. Not every album that they've done after the Black Album, I'm going to say, has been a great. But they put out a couple that have kind of gone back to their garage days, and I really enjoy. You were born in 73. I was born in 69. So we're in that same ballpark for 80s metal, right? Black Sabbath is also cool, but I never give a heck about genre difference in metal or any sort of music. You know what, Tolga? I listen to everything, right? I listen to like heavy metal, like Metallica, Crew, Sabbath and all that. And when I'm not listening to that, I go right down to the other end of the scale and I listen to blues. So I'm usually either listening to, there's either heavy metal pounding out of my truck, or you'll have Robert Johnson or Buddy Guy or T-Bone Walker or something like that coming out of my truck. It's one or the other. And every once in a while, I'll throw a little country in. I will not listen to any country after 1995. It's got to be before, if I'm listening to country, it's Merle, Willie, George, Johnny, Waylon, that's who I'm listening to. Ozzy is your number one. Megadeth is not too bad. No, Todd, Megadeth ain't bad. They've got a couple of really, I had Symphony of Destruction blasting when I came in here. Not bad. He got kicked out of Metallica and then tried to jump on Metallica's coattails. But they've got some good music, and I do enjoy them. Ozzy's number one. Well, I love Ozzy with Sabbath. I do. Don't get me wrong. I love Ozzy just on his own, but solo, no problem. David, oh come on, don't do that. You know what? I'll give you Houdini. You know what? You got to give Mustaine his credit, right? You got to give Dave Mustaine his credit. He was one of the key factors that made Metallica what they were, the first 3 albums. But they've done pretty well for themselves without him. Slayer, love it. And Justice for All is Metallica's best album. I would agree with that. That's just my personal opinion. I would agree with that. Outlaw, yeah. Ride the Lightning, yeah. Probably number 2. But do I listen to rap? Okay, it's funny. If you go on my playlist, I do have a very small playlist of rap. But again, it's all older, right? It's all older. It would be like this is embarrassing, but it's like all like Run DMC, Grandmaster Flash, early LL Cool J, Like all of that in there. Like 80s, late 70s, not even, maybe late 70s when it kind of kicked in, but 80s and early 90s. Nothing. Is it true that Eddie Van Halen was a jerk? No, I don't know. I never met the man personally. But I know he was difficult when he was, you know, he was Snoop Dogg, yeah. I got Snoop Dogg. I do know that while he was suffering through his addictions, he was very hard to deal with. But then so was I with my addictions, and so is anybody else when you're battling, you know, alcoholism and drug addiction. You know, you're not going to be in the right frame of mind, or you're not going to, whatever. I would put him probably in the top 3 of the best guitarists of all times. Top three for sure. Top 5 definitely. Top 3, yeah. Motorhead's version of Enter Sandman, Whiplash have better drums that make them better. Believe it or not, I've never heard Motorhead's version of Enter Sandman. But Motorhead, I should have put on the list of bands that I listen to. I can still get lost in Ace of Spades. I can put it on a loop and listen to it for like 4 hours. If I've got something I gotta get done, and I've got somewhere I gotta go, if I play Ace of Spades, it gets done like that. It's one of those songs, right? It's one of those go-to songs that just, if I'm driving a vehicle, I'm getting a speeding ticket. There's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing you can do about it. Hold on, Houdini. I gotta write that down. I can't look it up on YouTube because as soon as I'm done here, I'm leaving. But let me grab my handy dandy notepad here. Let me grab my handy dandy notepad here, and I gotta write that down. I'll get to it at some point today. What's your opinion on Mastodon? I'll be honest with you, Outlaw. I've never heard of it. I've never heard of it. You got me on that one. Lemmy rocks. He does. Well, he did. He's 6 feet under now, but I agree. Poor bastard died almost broke. Spent every penny he made, but he spent it having a damn good time. Had a really good time doing it. I guess if you're gonna go big, eh? He did. He didn't wait around. He went with a smile. I toke. Oh, that hurts. I don't have any windows open. I got the air on. I'm just hotboxing myself out here. Tool is so good to get lost to. Tool is a hit and miss for me. I won't go download an entire album, but they've got probably 5 or 6 songs that I really like. Dar enjoys Tool probably more than I do. Good thing I didn't put the word "the" in front of Tool, eh? Dar enjoys the Tool. Never mind. She's not here. Oh yeah, she is here. Look. Oops. Sorry, babe. I like Tool. Yeah, I bet you do. Do you like listening to it too? Oh my God. You guys are killing it. I've got addicted with what the hell is that? Goria? Did I say that right? Goria? Goria. I'm not gonna. Goria. Okay. It's a progressive metal band from France. If you didn't hear of them before, you can start with Amazonia by them. Okay. Write that down too. I'll never be able to spell it. I gotta spell that before it flies up the screen. I'm always willing to listen to something new. Goria. All right. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna have to go to work when I finish work. I'm gonna have to go to work. Yeah, I got it. Houdini's putting it again in case the chat goes up. I got it. Perfect Circle is still Tool. I'll take your word for it. Like I said, I'm not really the biggest Tool fan. But there's songs like when it's playing in the car, Dar has it on her playlist. When it's in the car, there's the odd song I'll go, oh yeah, I like this or whatever. But you know, I don't have a lot of their music on mine. Blood and Thunder by Mastodon. Outlaw, is Mastodon an American band? British band? What are they? Where are they from? Not the song. No, note the song name as well as Amazonia. It will give you the goosebumps, guaranteed. All right. Takes a lot to give me goosebumps, but I'll take your word for it. Everybody's got that driving song, you know. Everybody's got a driving song that you're driving along, and then that song comes on, and you go, oh yeah, and it puts you in that mood in a driving song. Everybody's got one. What's everybody's driving song? I can tell you right now, my go-to driving song is Stranglehold by Ted Nugent. That is my driving song. When I play that song, the world just I get tunnel vision, and it's go when Stranglehold comes on. Everybody's got one. Years and years and years ago, actually not even years ago, probably still today, my brother's driving song is More Than a Feeling by Boston. When that song comes on, they're from Atlanta. Okay, so they're American. I'll check that out. Metallica's version of Turn the Page. Now, see, that's bittersweet for me because I'm also, I'm also a massive Bob Seger fan. So the original holds a real special place for me because I just love it. Metallica did it, and I'm glad to say they didn't fuck it up. They didn't. They did it very, very well. So I love Metallica's version of it. I think the original Turn the Page by Bob Seger is still, in my opinion, just still the best. But I got no problems when Metallica covered that and they did it. Believe me, the first time when they opened with the guitar on it, I was going, oh, please, don't fuck this up. Because then, you know when they fuck something up so bad that you can't listen to the original the same again? I just hate that. I fucking hate that. So at least Metallica didn't do that. They did it. They did justice. They did it well. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Bob Seger has the best version of it. I believe so. I can listen to either one. Not a problem with either one. It's an okay cover. It's good. I like it. If you want really good, I like listening to live music, right? So a lot of the recordings that I have, or a lot of in my playlist, I find the lives, and I find that Metallica live is phenomenal. Bob Seger, go back, anybody that likes, if you like Bob Seger, and if you're a fan of Bob Seger, go back and download Live Bullet. He's got a couple of live albums, but go back and listen to Bob Seger live. He is way better live with the Silver Bullet Band than he is on recording. His version, the big one for him of Turn the Page, is actually a live recording. If you don't have any idea about music like me, just hit the like button. There you go, Camille. There you go. Hi, where do you live? I live in Canada. I'm Canadian. At the current moment, I live in a small town called Stone Mills. It's way out in the country. I like Primus and their cover of Battery. Three Guys played better than Metallica. I don't know if they played it better. They were sharp and they were very crisp. I don't know if it's a better version. I like it. I like the version of it. It's the same thing. They did credit to it. They did a good job with it. They didn't destroy it. They didn't fuck it up. I got no problem with it. Hello, fellow Martians. There you go. My profile picture is with Amanda Tapping. I hate to say this, but I don't know who Amanda Tapping is, Todd. I don't know who Amanda Tapping is. Sorry. If I should, shame on me. Oh, wow. If I could create my own band with musicians, live or dead, what band would I make? Holy shit. I'd have to make two. It's hard. That's a tough one. That's a fucking tough one because there's so many musicians, like alive and dead and past. And a lot of the musicians that I like if I go to the blues genre, I'd like Stevie Ray Vaughan. And then I can't remember the guy's name, the drummer for Buddy Guy's band. He passed away like 2 years ago. The drummer for Buddy Guy's band, he was phenomenal. His name will come to me. There's not a lot of big bass players in the blues genre. I'd want Sonny Boy Williams on the harp, or T-Bone on the harp. But if we're gonna go rock and roll, like I'd have to have like 5 guitarists in my band, right? Because I'd want Eddie Van Halen, Joe Satriani, Steve Vai, Kirk Hammett, fuck man, and then for drummers, I'd probably be there. I'd want, I've got John Bonham, Neil Peart. These are all so I'd have to have 5 drum kits, 5 guitarists, probably 3 bassists, and a dozen lead singers. It's just too hard to do, Outlaw. It's way too hard to do. Say hi to Brazil. Hi, Stephanie in Brazil. How you doing? Johnny or Trent for the song Hurt? Johnny. Only because you can feel the hurt. The man was fucking dying. He was that close to death. And he was singing it. He was singing it while dying. I like some old song, one from a singer, one from another. The Fabulous Snowflake, man, that is a handle. There you go. There's a name and a half. Hey? Keep on trucking in the free world. Yeah, well, they should have made Keep On Rocking in the Free World. That was Neil Young. I can't, although he's Canadian and I'm proud of it, but I can't stand Neil Young. His voice just, it's like listening to what's his face, Geddy Lee from Rush. Great band until he opens his mouth and starts singing. She's from the TV series Stargate, and she's a Canadian actress. Oh, well, then I guess I should know. Dr. Pepper for the win. Yeah, we got the fully leaded stuff here too, eh? Got the fully leaded. I'm down to 1 can a day, so I'm blowing it on you guys today. Only allowed 1 can a day. Way too much sugar. Dr. Pepper actually just beat Pepsi Cola as the #2 soft drink in the world. Coca-Cola is still number one, is the number one consumed soft drink in the world. Dr. Pepper is now number 2. Pepsi is now number 3. Always glad to hear. Just had a second to pop in between terminal gates here in Houston. Hope everybody's doing well. Buck, excuse me. See, that's what happens. You start thinking about Buck. You start burping. Western Star, yeah. OPP, you're running 140 kilometers an hour. Do you have any explanation? Wheel burner, ace of spades. OPP, have a nice day, sir. You got it. You know, you got it. And it's funny that you say that, because the same thing happened to my brother years ago. He was out in Alberta, and it was an RCMP that pulled him over. And he had More Than a Feeling by Boston playing, and the cop asked him, like, why the hell were you going so fast? And Glenn out and out told him, he says, it was a good song. And the cop goes, what song? He goes, it was More Than a Feeling by Boston. And the cop actually agreed with him. Still gave him the ticket, though. I would have Jimi Hendrix, Kurt Cobain, the Beatles, Stevie Ray, B.B. King, Keith Moon, Neil Peart, John Bonham, Les Claypool. I forgot about Les Claypool, yeah. Flea, Lemmy, Johnny Cash for the final person. Man, you'd have to charge $700,000 a ticket to pay that. I'm gonna get hate for this, but I don't like Billy Joel. I'm not a big Billy Joel fan. I'm not. I don't have any of his music on my playlist. But there's a couple of songs. Again, there's a couple of songs that when they hit, you sit there and go, you know, Piano Man's not a bad song. I don't know. There's a couple other songs that aren't bad, but I'm not a big fan of his either. Pumanik, we were talking about you yesterday. Not yesterday. 2 days ago, we were talking about you. Haven't seen you in a while. Don't know what's going on. How is our Swedish chocolate? There you go. Not sure the name of the band. Not sure what to name the band. I'll just call it whatever you want at that point. I'm sick of my job and thinking of trying tow trucking. Nah. I can't see myself ever wanting to do tow truck. Do you drive to the U.S.? Yeah, I'm about to cross. I'm 5 minutes from the border. I'm about to cross into Michigan. I do the U.S., yeah. Tow trucking is the worst. Only those patient kings are able to be out there in the heat all day. Dude, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. The lack of respect that those guys get is unreal. Like, truck drivers, we get enough lack of respect, or we don't get enough respect. Tow truck drivers are looked upon as even lower than us. And you think about it, there's more of those guys that get killed in a fucking month than there are of us that die in a year out here. Those guys take their lives in their hands when they go to work. So I couldn't do it, man. I'm in Bloomington, Illinois. I've been through there a million fucking times. Unfortunately, I'm not going to Illinois today. As far as I'm going is Michigan. Most of the time, right now, I'm on a dedicated run. I do dedicated heavy haul. I pull out of Ontario, Canada, run down to New York, and I do that all day. Like, I do 2 of those turns a day. But when that contract runs out, I'll go back out onto the open board, and then I run all 48 states and all the provinces of Canada. So, but today, being that they ran out of work for me to do, they threw this at me, so I'm taking a quick jaunt. I say a quick jaunt. It's 575 miles, so 575 miles out to Michigan, and then coming back. I Have Gas would be a funny name for a band. That's something I would expect Sterling to name his band. I know there's a Bloomington in California. I know there's a Bloomington store in New York. I don't know. Meth all day? Yeah. Hey, knock yourself out. Are you an owner-operator? Yeah, Todd, I am. I've been an owner. This is my 23rd year as an owner-operator. I've been trucking for, this is my 33rd year trucking, and I've been an owner-operator for 23 of them. Y'all are haters. At least he has a stable job. Hey, I don't care what you do. If it's a stable job, I feel bad for you if you're a tow truck operator. That's all. When this contract ends, then would you do drive lives if everything is good? No, because I'll still have the same insurance carrier. I'll still be working for the same company. So, what can you do? All Cats Are Aliens would be another awesome band name. All Cats Are Aliens. That's not bad. That's not bad, Buck. Not too shabby at all. Well, boys and girls, my 30 minutes is up. I got to get to work. I want to get this load kicked off today. And in order to do that, I need to drive. So I'm going to kill this here. Actually, I'll just finish this Dr. Pepper for a few minutes, and then we'll knock this down. And I got to get out of here. It is freaking hot. It's 32 degrees Celsius, so with the humidity, we're probably close to 40. Yeah, I'll still be here. I'm not leaving this company. When we move, I'll still be working here when the move happens, yeah. That's pretty good. Yeah, tow truck operators are not well liked because they yoink people's cars. Well, that's part of the job, Todd, you know. It's not all helping people stranded on the side of the road. Occasionally, you know what? Repossess. Now, those guys that do the repossessions, I have a friend of mine that does that. Good dough. It's good money, man. Now, you're taking your life in your hands doing it. You really are, but it's good money if you want to take a chance doing it. Be safe. Enjoy your trip. Yeah, Buck, be good, man. Be safe. Nice chatting with you. Outlaw, good to see you. Hope to see you again. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button on your way out. See y'all. Ryan, good talking to you. Safe travels. Everybody is out. How many titties have you seen while driving? Ivan, more than I can count. In 33 years, you know how many sets of boobs that is? Although, I'll be honest with you. I'll be 100% honest with you. In the last few years, the flashing has slowed right down. It's like you're getting maybe one a year, two a year, you know? At least I do. That's all I get is one or two. We used to get them like weekly, right? Right to the window, the nice set of boobs or whatever, but not anymore. Not so much anymore. Have a great day. Nice to meet you as well. Yeah. Acknowledge. What's the best trucking company is good to start with? That's a hard question. It really is. Depends on what you want to do. If you're going to go with vans, flatbed tanks, whatever you want to do. If you're just a beginner and you're coming into this, find yourself, you're probably going to end up at one of the larger carriers because they'll be willing to take you as an inexperienced driver. Most companies want 2 years, but some of the bigger companies, they'll work with you and they'll train you and whatever like that. But once you've got, you got your 2 years, you got your time in, then you can be a little more finicky with where you go and who you want to work for. One thing I always say is any company you're applying to, ask right up front. You want to see their CVOR. You want to know what their score is. Check out their equipment with your own eyes. Talk to their drivers. You know, do due diligence. When it's funny because people don't think about it this way. When you go to a new company to apply and you hand your resume in and then the HR department or whoever, they phone you and say, yeah, okay, come on in and you have an interview. And you always think that they're going to sit there and ask you questions. I interview the company. Now, I don't move around a lot, right, from company to company. But whenever I have moved from one company to another, by the time I'm done with my interview, I've probably asked them more questions than they've asked me. Don't be afraid to ask them questions. Anything that you want to know, you know, all the important shit. You know, what are the lanes? What are you going to be running? What are the hours? Like, what do they expect from you? Do they expect you to be out for a week, 2 weeks, 5 weeks, 10 weeks? Ask all those questions, you know, anything that you can think of that you don't want to be like, you don't want to be working there for 2 weeks and then they go, okay, now we need you to do this. And you go, oh, well, you know, nobody told me I was going to do that. Try to think of all the questions that they could possibly, situations they could throw at you, and get the answers first. Ryan, I'm at gate D7 here in Houston. Nice. Lot lizards, not so much, man. Lot lizards have gone the way of the, you know, they've gone digital. You don't need it. There's no lot lizards walking around anymore when you can pick up your phone, go onto a website, and you can order it to your truck. You can order a lot lizard right to your, you know, it's like ordering fucking pizza now, 30 minutes or it's free. So why would they walk around in the cold or the heat or anything like that? They don't bother. They just, you know, they shack themselves up and they wait for a phone call. I get flashed at work, not the tops, mostly from the skirts. Hey, a flirt is a flirt. You ever got a fruit bowl? I don't know what a fruit bowl is. I'm done trucking. Super Ego got me broke. You're not the first one I've heard to say that about Super Ego. I can't say anything about them. I don't know anything about Super Ego. I know that they're a big U.S. company. I know that they've got a lot of unhappy employees, but that's only from being around YouTube and all the people on YouTube. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your luck, man. I'm sorry for your luck. Are you saying when I start trucking, there will be no flashing? Probably not, buddy. Can't say what I do, but the guests flash us all the time. There you go. Oh, yeah. Hey, you're from Shorts 59V. I'm from Canada. I'm ready to go back to where, I'm ready to go back to a mega carrier. The rest of these companies are scamming. It doesn't matter where you go. This is just my opinion. It doesn't matter where you go. Eventually, you're going to find things wrong at that company too. So you can work at a mega and think it's the greatest place in the world, and they've got eventually you're going to find shit that they're doing that's going to piss you off. Or you could be working at the smallest mom and pop, and it doesn't matter what they're doing. Something they're doing is going to piss you. There's no perfect trucking company ever. If somebody says that my trucking company is the best company in the world and they don't do nothing wrong, they're full of shit. I asked my interviewer so many questions he's never been asked before. Also, hello, Brian and everyone. How you doing, Corey? Care to explain your high driver turnover rate? Right now, the high driver turnover rate, hold on, get off there. The high driver turnover rate is, well, there's two factors in it. A lot of the guys my age are getting out, right? They're retiring. They're either retiring or they've had enough. After 30 years of driving, they've gone, fuck this, they're done, they've had enough. We're over, you know, we're over legalized, we're over fucking regulated, the cost of living and inflation has gone up, and our wages have not gone up comparatively. Now that's like a lot of other businesses as well, but so that end of it is that there's a big bailout at the top end of experienced drivers going out. The other side of that is the people that are coming in. Guys and girls that are coming in and they're going, okay, I'm going to be a truck driver. They go to school, they get their license, they get there, and after 6 months they go, fuck this. Absolutely not. I'm not doing this. Fuck, and they quit. And that is a result. That is one of the main reasons for the turnover. This is not a job for everybody. You know, this isn't really a job. You know, this is more of a lifestyle. It's not a career. It is a career, you know what I mean, in the sense. But it's a lifestyle. You live in your truck. You live on the road. You live trucking while you're doing it. So it's a lifestyle. A lot of people cannot get hold of that lifestyle. They can't get it. And they think that they can, or they wanna try it, and they don't succeed, and that's a big turnover there as well. Those are probably, in my opinion, the two biggest reasons for the high turnover rate. It's my birthday tomorrow. Well, happy birthday in advance, Pamanik. Metallica, yeah. Hey, they ain't a U.S. company. Oh, what? Super Ego's not U.S.? See, it shows what I know. I could care less about them. A fruit ball is a banana and 2 kiwis. Oh, then yeah, we've seen those. I've seen lots of fruit baskets. Unfortunately, that's a hazard, right? That's a hazard that comes with the job. I work in HR, but as a retirement consultant. Good gig if you can get it, eh? Now we are flashing the ladies. Yeah, that's how desperate it's become. We can't get them to flash us, so we're hanging it out the window at them. That was more of a question for the recruiter. Oh, okay. I'll never make a good recruiter. Trucking retired. Good morning, Brian and Chet. Good morning, man. Good to see you. It's more like a lifestyle. It is, Camille. It is. Trucker Niles, got the Dewey on? Nope. Chick hens for Dar. Fuck off, Houdini. Benny, my political views? No, we don't discuss it. We don't discuss it. I don't discuss my politics and political views. I've done it in the past, and I just get angry, and I end up swearing. I just end up doing a lot of swearing and cussing, and my blood pressure goes up. So no, I just prefer we don't do politics here. Let's just say this: I'm not a liberal. Okay, that's as far as I'll say on here. I'm not a liberal. What's going on, Jim? Good to see you, man. Thank you so much for popping in, taking a break from Ernie, popping in. Good to see you. This Dr. Pepper's done, so am I. So Jim, you're about you're about 5 minutes too late. Cooking Dar's chickens for Brian. There you go. There you go. Politics ain't it. There you go. Exactly. That's what he said. Okay. Hashtag chickens for Dar. Who do need bite my ass? She's not getting any chickens. She's not getting any chickens at the new house either. That's it, boys. I'm done. And now I gotta go to work. Seriously. I don't want to, but I have to. Hashtag boobies for Corey. I'll take that. I'll take that, Corey. That's probably the funniest thing I've seen all day. It's the funniest thing I've seen all day. Hashtag boobies for Corey. Attaboy. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging with me for 30 minutes, or actually now we're at like 45 minutes. So thanks for, actually we're 60. We've been here an hour. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's go to work. Take it easy, boys. Later.